Hi, seventh graders. Today we are going to talk about, can shapes with the same perimeter have different areas? Last week we talked about, I think, the flip of it. This week we're going to talk about same perimeter, different areas. So here we have three different shapes. Even though they're all different shapes, they can have the same perimeter. The perimeter of each of these, believe it or not, is 8. What strategy could you use to find the areas? That's what we're looking for next. So if I take shape A, for instance, I know that it has a base of 3, and I could count it if I wanted to. I'm going to do the yellow. So I've got 1, 2, 3. Okay. And I know my height is 1, so again, for this one, oops, you can see there's 1 here. So that would be a height of 1. So I know if I'm looking at area equals base times height. So that tells me my base is 3 and my height is 1. So if I have 3 times 1, my area for shape A is going to be 3 units. And you can see that in the middle as well. Area, remember, is on the inside. So if I'm looking here, I've got 1, 2, 3 squares on the inside. Okay. So shape A has an area of 3 square units. Shape B is a square, right? We know that it is a square. And what do we know about squares? We know squares have 4 sides that are equal. Okay, so all 4 are the same. So I know for this one, the base and the height are both 2 because they're all the same. And again, I know that area equals base times height. So then I know I have 2 times 2. And I bet everybody knows 2 times 2 is 4. And again, you can see on the inside, I've got 1, 2, 3, 4 square units on the inside. So that would be my area. So shape B has an area of 4 square units. Shape C is kind of an odd shape, okay? It's not a square, it's not a rectangle, it's irregular, okay? So for this one, I'm not going to use base times height. I'm actually going to just go ahead and look at the inside. So I'm going to count. I've got 1, 2, 3 units on the inside. So I know my area for shape C is simply 3 square units. So for this one, I can just go ahead and count those up. That would be my strategy. So area of shape A was 3, area of shape B is 4, and area shape C is 3. Now again, remember they all have the same perimeter, which I know sounds kind of crazy, but I've got 3 here, 1 and 1. So if I added this up, this would be a perimeter. The outside is 8. I've got 2, 4, 6, 8 here. So the outside is 8. Remember, these are tricky. I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Still 8, but remember these ones on the side you have to remember because there's 1 here, 1 here, 1 here, 1 here. It's kind of a trickier one. So your power concept is that shapes with the same perimeter can have different areas.